What do Americans expect in 2023? The holiday season has arrived on the doorstep of Americans, who traditionally begin with Catholic Christmas, December 25th. According to a recent opinion poll, Americans were alert to the course of the country, its leaders and the future on the eve of 2023. I am full of hope, but also full of doubt. This is how one of the survey participants from the state of California describes his mood. According to a study conducted with Suffolk University pollsters, nearly two-thirds, 65%, of Americans believe the country is on the wrong track, with only 24% thinking otherwise. The numbers are more upbeat than they were in the summer, 75% and 15%, but, as USA Today notes, this is the lowest number for the year. For example, at the end of last year the numbers were 57% and 30% respectively. To be fair, the tense international environment may not be the only Americans worried about the future. However, since the survey, U.S. residents are more interested in international issues. International crises cause anxiety about the future in different countries, but Americans are more concerned with their own problems, writes USA Today. The top priority for 2023 is for President Joe Biden and the new Congress, which will begin in January when a third, 36%, of Americans names the economy and the fight against inflation. In addition, respondents complained about increasing utility bills and food prices. Meanwhile, the rest of the worries have far outweighed the domestic threats to democracy that worry 12% of Americans, the immigration crisis at the southern border for 10%, followed by our other domestic concerns of Americans. Foreign policy is the primary concern of only 2% of citizens. At the same time, few believe that the government will be able to find an effective approach to solving the problems it faces. According to USA Today, the level of trust of Americans in both government agencies and both political parties remains to be expected. The reason for this is that the political struggle has become increasingly intense, because the spirit of bipartisan compromise has been forgotten. Politicians are passionate to discredit each other, and the process of resolving issues involving people in Washington is often crippled. More than half of Americans think both sides are too extreme. 52% say the same about the Democrats, 61% say the same about the Republicans. Now we are ruled by extremism on both sides and balancism aside, complained one resident. According to the survey, the results are that all three branches of government, legislative, executive and judicial, in the U.S. have higher opposition rates than support rates. This is not a feature of the current Biden administration, USA Today notes, but a trend that has been exacerbated in the U.S. for many years. USA Today believes that the year-end news scene does not give much hope that Democrats and Republicans will find a common voice. Moreover, it is not only political structures that are involved in this struggle in America, and this exacerbates Americans' doubts about the work of democratic institutions. David Paleologos, director of Suffolk University's Center for Political Studies, said, "When the three branches of government are viewed negatively, it signals that voters are looking for something new or better, structurally or politically.